From Atlanta, Georgia, it's At Home with AJ. And now, your host, Anthony S. and Jasmine.
I look there instead of right here at you. Welcome everybody, welcome into our home.
I'm still.
You are so
wow.
silly.
Welcome everybody, I didn't expect that. Welcome to our home, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another segment of At Home with AJ. My name is Anthony S.
And I am Jasmine, and we are AJ.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And this is little Anthony holding my glasses and my phone.
Yeah, my glasses, I was trying to, here they go.
Oh,
in
good,
my pocket.
good.
I got any lipstick on me?
Let me see.
You planted a good one on me. I didn't expect that.
You know what, my mom used to do that to my dad. You know, she would kiss him and then she'd take her thumb and wipe the lipstick off. You know this is real. Now y'all know we're the real deal here. So anything can happen. We've gotten a lot of letters written in from a lot of our fans saying we love the way you guys come on, and we love the gentlemanly kind of kiss on the hand. We need more gentlemen like that. And so I'm ready to do that. And wow, I didn't know I was gonna get a big smackaroo on the lips. Do you think
that's what
do you think chivalry is dead?
Well, you know what? That's the question we need to put out there.
Yeah.
If you think chivalry is dead or not, write into us and give us your answer, your opinions. Write to At Home with AJ.
Or Anthony Jasmine. 5659 at
yahoo.com. Is chivalry still alive, or is it just kaput?
Yeah. It is not. Tell us why if you still like that type of thing, if you like doors opening for you, if you like your chair pulled out,
A lot of guys don't know that the guy should walk. When you're walking down the street with your lady, the guy should walk curbside. He should walk on the left side where the curb is.
And tell him why.
Well, it started a long time ago.
I remember you just saying that.
It has everything to do with getting splashed on or not. So if it's a puddle there, well, the guy will get splashed on slightly, and he's protecting his lady. But that's kind of the reason why. I've seen it happen many times where the girl was on the other side, and I seen her get splashed on. No one wants to get splashed on.
Nobody wants that, especially if you're all dressed up.
So remember this, guys. When you're walking down the street with your lady, no matter where you're going, to the store, to the movies, whatever, to the mailbox, walk on her left side. Okay, she would appreciate that.
That's right. It's just like in that movie. Remember that gangster movie when the guy told his son, get in the car. No, let her get in the car, and if she doesn't unlock the door, what movie is that from?
Oh man, that's right.
A lot of guys.
Right. If she leans over and opens the driver's side door for you, that's the one.
That's the woman for you.
That's the woman for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So see, chivalry can go both ways.
Have you done that for me?
I have. Well, I haven't had to, babe, because.
Well, I'm always opening. You didn't have to.
I never have to. His door is always open.
I'll escort you to your door.
Mm-hmm.
So that's okay. You don't have to do that. We're good. We're good. We're good.
But trust me, if I was to get in and your side was locked, I would open that door for you.
You heard it on At Home with AJ. So y'all keep watching now. But write to us and let us know, is chivalry still alive or is it dead?
It's alive here.
It's alive here.
We're good.
Absolutely.
So, hey, guess what?
What? What's happening?
We talk about it every week.
Oh, are we speaking of our dinner theater show coming up September the 4th at the Palace Banquet Hall?
That's right, 188 North Avenue, Red Fox meets Mom's Mabley.
For those of you who do not know who Red Fox is, and you really should know. I mean, the generations are not that far apart.
You know
Okay.
who he is? Dun, 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 dun.
Remember that? Remember that song? That was it,
But
right?
he was before that.
But before that,
Yeah.
Red
was
Fox
Red.
was a stand-up comic. For many, many years, he toured the whatever we call the circuit. Okay.
Chitlin circuit.
Chitlin. He was the mouth. Red Fox had a little mouth on him, you know. He.
Oh, just say he had a nasty mouth.
Well, I didn't want to go
But-
there, but you know,
But he was funny.
he was a funny
You
guy.
Our parents played those records. You know, we had to
When we were little,
go to bed. We couldn't
we
stay up
couldn't.
and listen.
We couldn't. No,
But I
no.
heard a little.
I snuck up. Well, I heard a few things. I listened to Bill Cosby. He was
But he was clean.
he was clean.
But Moms Mabley, on the other hand, she was a little risque. You know, she liked young boys. So you're going to get all of that. When you come to the show, make sure you go to eventbrite.com and get your tickets now. Come
Get them
on,
now
go
while they're going.
fast.
If you don't get your tickets, you can still come at the. You can buy
You can
tickets
pay
at the door.
yeah,
You know, it's a
but-
little more at the door, but
It's
you
a
can
little
get them. Okay. Again, Red Fox meets Moms. They're finally coming together.
I know.
Finally.
Their first time meeting. It's their
okay?
fictitious meeting, everybody.
Right.
But it's going to be funny and you're going to love it. You're
And there's
going
going
to
to be some
have a good time.
surprises in the show too. But we're not going to tell you. You got to be there to see it. Okay. Oh, also, there will be a dinner.
Oh yeah, the $10
$10 for dinner,
buffet dinner.
buffet style, and BYOBB.
Yeah.
Bring your own brown bag.
Bring what you like.
Bring what you like to drink. Most of y'all know what I'd like to drink, so you know my table's gonna be full. So you know, you can get cups and ice and all that stuff there.
Yeah.
So y'all just come on out, man. It's Sunday, September the 4th. Labor Day
September
weekend,
4th.
Sunday. Y'all ain't doing nothing. You going to church,
Yeah.
fine. After the church, you come on out and see a good
Come
show.
on and have a laugh.
Okay.
You know. Have
Because
some
Monday is
food
Labor
and
Day. Y'all
drink.
ain't doing nothing but going to a barbecue. So y'all come on out.
Yeah, go to the barbecue
Yeah.
and then go home and get dressed and come on down. Oh, it's a 40s theme. We have a 1940s theme, you know. So that's going to be really cool. I mean, you can get into it if you want to. You know,
Yeah.
you can dress the part or just, you
Yeah.
know, but no sneakers and
Oh
no
no,
jeans.
no. And
Yeah.
you people they write to us or call us and say, well, can anyone come? No, anyone cannot just come. There is an age limit.
Right, right.
You must be 21 and over, and you have to show proof of ID.
Yeah, because
if we
of the
ask you.
content of the show,
Right.
you know, Red was a little racy and Mom's, you know.
Well, a little.
So no children.
No children.
you
Yeah.
know, no
Fine.
one under, what did we say, 21?
You
Yeah,
gotta
no
be
one
20.
under
It's 21 and over. You
Right.
must show your ID. So we ask you for your ID. Don't because we have to know because of the liquor law and licenses and stuff like that. So, y'all come on out, man. It's gonna be a good show. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
And speaking of a good show, we have a good show for you tonight. It's a very informative show. We have two very interesting guests tonight.
We sure do. We sure do.
One is involved with a lot of nonprofit organizations, and he's going to tell you about those and what he's doing, and if he needs your help with anything, you know, and how you can help. And the other guest, he's very interesting. He is a motivational speaker, and he also, I believe, he works with our first guest. But they're coming out together.
Yeah, they're coming out
and we're
together.
Gonna let
They
you.
work
We're going to
together.
let them tell you who they
who they
are
are.
and what they do. Everybody, please put your hands together for Mr. Norrie Andrews and Mr. Charles
Silk Dunn. Yes, sir. Good to meet you guys. Finally. Oh, they're very
Welcome
gifts.
to our home.
They're very
Thank
gifts.
you.
Definitely.
They got gifts. We like gifts.
Dunn,
Right, how
how are
doing?
you?
We like
Thank
gifts.
you.
You
We
guys-
sure do. What you
You
got?
guys
What
sit
you
over there on
got?
the
What
gold
you
pillow.
Well, I have you created it shirts for both of you guys.
This is what he's
Oh my
wearing.
gosh.
You've created it.
Yeah,
That's
you
a great.
created it.
Well, you have to
Did
tell
you?
us about that.
Yes, yes.
Yes, definitely.
You
definitely.
created it.
Right. Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Exactly. But
Wow.
what it is, it's a brand of accountability and responsibility to teach people to stop blaming and fault finding other people for what's going on in their life. So the slogan is, when you own your moments, you own your opponents.
Wow.
And
Oh.
God will never give you the power to change any aspect of your life until you own all of it. So,
I-
you know,
So
we
you
have to
created
I gotta see my
You
shirt.
can-
I gotta open mine.
much.
I gotta open my
Mine
shirt.
too.
You know.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. See, I'm a big ham. I gotta open my shirt. I want to see what I got
Are
in
you
my
putting it
packet.
on? Are you putting it
I
on?
ain't gonna put it on. I'm just gonna show. I gotta show. I gotta do
You
that.
know, Anthony loves clothes.
I love
T-shirts.
clothes.
He don't care. He just loves clothes.
Cufflinks and everything. I can't do cufflinks with this,
You
but
can't
this
wear
is nice.
cufflinks with that.
But you know what? I bet y'all create something, a short sleeve with cufflinks.
You created.
You created it. See, y'all done thought it already.
Short
Y'all done thought it already.
Short sleeve with cufflinks. I'm gonna come up with it too. Y'all look out for the Poor Man collection. That's coming soon. Welcome, gentlemen.
Yes,
Welcome.
sir.
Thank you.
Thanking you.
Man,
Pleasure
Thank
to
you
be here.
for having me.
So, no, thank you for clearing your calendar to come see us. Visit us.
Yeah. So, Mr. Norrie, do you guys work together?
Yeah, we're actually working together on quite a few projects and stuff. You know, I was fortunate enough to meet Charles over the last 6 years of our incarceration, and well, just a phenomenal individual.
Also, you got to tell us about that. You know, I know you have two interesting stories. So, who wants to start?
He can start.
Okay,
I'm gonna
Norrie.
defer to him. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I mean, let's start from the beginning. So, is the beginning starting with you?
well,
You mentioned your incarceration, so just tell us a little bit, you know, what happened. I mean, not, you know, just tell us a little bit and how you got here.
I guess I met Charles in, I want to say 2009, early part of 2009.
Okay.
You know, I was serving a 15-year sentence at the time, and I think he was serving like a 30-year
Wow.
sentence. And,
Oh my gosh.
you know, but through the grace of God, you know, neither one of us had to do the entire sentence.
Wow.
But anyway, I mean, I admired Charles from afar, and he never even knew, because he was like the Energizer burning rabbit. He solved everybody's problems. I mean, you know, even at visitation, he would take away from his visitation to deal with, you know, other inmates and other inmates' family members' problems.
So he was
That is
working
wonderful.
his thing.
Oh Lord.
While you
Inside.
were
That's,
serving time, you was
Wow.
Really,
still
that's
serving,
really an understatement.
So
I
God
mean,
showed
serving the
favor.
Lord, man. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
You were.
yes,
You were.
definitely. And you know, and like I said, it was it really came to a point where I was like, well, when is he ever gonna get tired? You know, when does he get tired? When does-
What types of things was he doing inside? Ministering, counseling,
Gosh.
just motivating?
Motivational speaker. I mean, if we can just get real about it, you know, the public, you know, there's a lot of things that go on in the federal prison system that the public is not aware of. I mean,
Sure.
Yeah, we've heard some things.
you know, people at this particular point, you know, we both had worked our way to a camp level. And, you know, if your mother passed or whatever, then they may not let you go to the funeral,
Oh, wow.
you know, but I don't know if I should say this on air, but, you know, we had Harriet Tubman in the slavery days. We had Charles Shook Dunn in the modern time.
Okay,
you know,
I hear
so,
you. I hear
you know,
He
if
was
you
a modern
needed to
Harriet.
go to a funeral,
He
Harry-
found a way
Harry
to make it
yeah,
happen.
yeah, he made it happen. I mean,
Nice.
so it was really for me to be able to. I think I may have gotten out a few months before he did, but we both wound up in Federal Halfway House at the same time, and it was really just a blessing for me to be able to be in his company, and not just Charles, but we've met Mr. Bobby Johnson, Mr. Andre Dupree that does a lot of work for You Created It, and as well as the empowerment.
The prison consulting firm?
Yes, with his nonprofit as well. The gosh, I can't think of the name. Rhythms.
Wow, you have so many
Self-empowerment.
going on.
Yes, and we're in the process of as you know, you helped me.
Yeah, the
even before
helping hands. That was
yes,
yours or Charles?
Well, that's mine. But I mean, right now we are kind of like in the process of it really takes a network of barbershops and stylists to perform this services.
Everybody doesn't know. I kind of mentioned it on Facebook about this nonprofit. It's called
Each Hand
Each Hand Helps. And Norrie started this nonprofit to help children who are in foster care get free hair care.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Get their hair done.
Basically,
Boys with haircuts and little girls getting their hair done.
Yeah, you have a lot of organizations that helps out doing like back to school or maybe for proms and stuff. But what I'm proposing to offer is a yearly service. A yearly service, and right now it's the process of being able to get enough barbers within the network to be able to.
Oh, we're going to do that. We're going to help out with that.
See, this it almost sounds like I did some, not to cut you off, but this is kind of related to what you're saying. A long time ago, I would say maybe 10 years ago, okay, I worked with the Hosea Williams Foundation. I did some work with him in feeding the hungry, okay, and we did it at the stadium.
Oh, the George Convention.
Turner Field.
Turner Field.
He would
Okay.
mainly have it there. And my first time going there was an experience that I can't even describe. The people that came to it, I didn't know there were so many people that was without. So many people that was without. I looked at myself, I said, I'm real blessed, man. How can I complain about my life? And I'm looking at these people who are down and out. Women with their children. People that were strung out. Not everybody. But everybody needed to eat. And then now I'm getting to what you were saying. They had barbers. And I know that they were barbers from the neighborhood. They had barbers there and beauty, people there to do hair.
And see, and that was one day. But these people, they need that type of
They
service
need it all the time.
all the time.
This was happening.
Yeah.
This was around Thanksgiving. They always do it Thanksgiving.
And they would feel
And I was on the
better
food line.
about themselves.
But they had barbershops. They had barbers from all over. They came in, and they had beauty shop people. They came in and did the women's hair.
And then nails.
And
probably
another
everything.
room. They had clothes.
Oh wow.
If you wanted something to wear,
And
there
so
was a
they
big
did
room
that
with
while they
clothes.
were feeding them.
They did that all
That's pretty
in one
cool.
day.
That's
All
cool.
in one day. And there was thousands of people online.
Yeah, well, maybe we were there at the same time.
Maybe.
It's because it's
Maybe.
been, some years back
Yeah.
when, I was able to participate in some of the Jose Williams Feed the
That
Onward.
touched my life. I'll
But,
never forget that.
Well, I know that I was trying to help you put together your proposal for your grants. So I don't know, did you ever get the grants for that?
Well, no. Actually, right now we're still in the process. See, because this is something that's going to affect the 159 counties in the state of Georgia.
Okay.
So basically, we have to know that we have enough barbers in the network to where it doesn't put any strain on any one particular shop
Right.
or any one particular barber. So, you know, that's a process. It's a kind of lengthy process.
How many? You said 159 counties.
159 counties in
Oh,
the state of Georgia.
Okay, everybody.
Well, we
you
can put the
hear
word
this?
out right
So
now.
We need help.
Right now,
We're
put the
looking
word
for
out.
barbers and beauticians to help out. Georgia has so many counties, you know. So reach out if you know somebody that would like to participate. How would they get in touch with you?
You could contact me at eachhandhelps@gmail.com.
eachhandhelps@gmail.com.
And they also could email us also. We
Right.
will pass that. We will pass
We'll
your
pass it
messages
on.
to them. So you can email us at anthonyjasmine5659@yahoo.com. There are so many barbers in one particular area. It's
Oh
like a
my
barber on every
gosh.
corner.
Yes.
Definitely.
You got 20 barber shops right down here alone.
My nephew is a barber, and I'm definitely gonna get him involved.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
And-
And one more thing that I would like to say that you know, this is my first time meeting you all. I've spoken with you, and you're God sent because you didn't ask who I was, or the only thing you asked, how can I help? How can I help? And I was like, you know, people that I've been knowing all my life, if I could just get that energy out of them. So it was really, really a blessing, you know, for you to do what you were able to do at that particular stage. Anyway, I mean, it was a blessing, and I'm not through with you yet. Now. I'm not through with you yet. I still need you.
Well, you know, it means a lot for somebody to even ask for your help. You know, that's how I look at it.
That's right.
You know. So I just feel like if someone asks you for your help, you just do whatever you can. You know.
If you care, you will help.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you care. And, you know, we're here to help.
That's right.
This is what this show it was built on.
Oh, you watch how many barbers and beauticians get in touch with you when we're through. We're gonna campaign for
that's
this. We're
exactly
gonna make
what
this
we need.
happen.
Because you know we're on Facebook big time, and everybody, you know, listens and looks at our posts all the time. So they oh yeah, you gonna get it.
That's
And
exactly what
you
we
just
need.
keep us informed with the other projects that you have coming up. So now you got to tell us about You Created. So when did this come about?
Okay, well, as you guys already know, first of all, thank you. I have to piggyback what he said. I mean, you two are amazing. I mean, everything that you guys are doing, your spirit, your energy, you just don't find those kind of divine energies anymore. Well, like my friend Norrie said, I was sentenced to a 30-year prison bid, first-time offender at 23 years old. I did 24 years in federal prison before I was released.
Wow.
I haven't even been out of jail a year yet. But while incarcerated in 2006, I listened to so many people complaining about their situations in their life. I listened to people talking about how their mothers, their sisters, their wives, their children. And it was like God put it in my heart in 2006, go run and tell the world, you created it. You created it. Take ownership. Have higher levels of accountability. So I embarked upon a poem. And I wrote a poem. It took me 6 months to write it. And seeing the response across the nation from prison with this poem you created prompted me to say, you know what, when I walk out this door, I'm going to start a clothing line called You Created It. And the slogan is, when you own your moments, you own your opponents. And God will never give you the power to change any aspect of your life until you own all of it. Society has become such a fault-finding, complaining, and blaming society. The spirit of gratitude is gone. The spirit of accountability, of just being responsible.
Yes.
And I tell people that it's like a home. If you're renting a piece of property, you don't have the power to make any alterations because you're just a renter. Only when you own the property can you do something to change it.
Right.
Well, you're not renting your life. You own your life. Stop blaming and complaining your broken heart on a mate, or you didn't get the raise because of your boss or your job or your children. When you start acknowledging the power that's within you and that we all can do better in this community, then this community will start to change. The world will start to change. But it starts with the person within, about understanding that you have got to accept responsibility for everything that's taking place in your life.
And I can also say to stop waiting for it to happen. Make it happen. What I always say to you, Jasmine. Okay, we're not waiters. We're
That's
doers.
right.
We're doers.
We're doers.
Okay.
You know, we don't follow.
That's
we're
right.
leaders.
You want to know why I can really grasp what you're saying? Because while incarcerated, this movement through the grace of God became really large, because I taught 500 prisoners a week for 10 years. I taught 6 different classes. I was life coaching celebrities and people incarcerated while in jail. So when he mentioned about the tireless effort, I see you guys doing it here. I actually was a student in 3 classes while teaching 5. So I'm in 8 different programs, 5 days a week, while mentoring and life coaching outside of the classroom. And you can't wait. I love what you said. You can't wait for life to happen, because you're happening
Right.
to life. I tell people, you can't wait until you get out of jail to start making changes, because you take you with you.
Yeah.
Stop feeling like that prison comes with a set of emotional states where you have to feel bitter or anger.
Like you
angry,
are where you
or
are. You have to be where you don't have to be where you are.
Right.
Exactly.
Kind of, sort of.
Hey,
right?
no, that's exactly correct, because you are bigger than the things that confront you.
You also make choices in life.
That's it.
You like, you know, time doesn't wait for no one. Life doesn't wait. You're in the moment.
That's right.
You got to make your life what you want it to be.
That's it. That's it.
When I speak with Jasmine, we talk all the time, and I say, you know what? First of all, we don't know how long we're gonna be here. Okay, life is already set out. Our destiny is already set out for us.
That's right.
God has already put a time limit on everybody, and I say that I cannot wait for it to happen. I've got to do it now, because that window closes every day, a little bit at a time.
You know something that you said about 5 minutes ago when you talk about following? That's what's happening in society. Like, everybody's following the follower. And one of the quotes I used to teach in class, I say, you got to stop doing what you were taught to do long enough to discover what you were born to do. People are just following each other so much that they've lost their self in following everyone else. Like, you don't even know what you were born to do. You have to sit still long enough to reconnect with yourself and understand what your contribution is supposed to be to humanity, and stop just following people.
Most people are followers. They see what their friends are doing, so if he's walking around with his pants off his behind, so they're gonna walk around their pants. That's another story.
But you know, you want to know
why are you doing it?
Exactly.
Because even if you say,
I don't know.
most of them don't even know.
Right.
Their answer is, well, because it's cool.
That's
no, it's
right.
not cool. You're
No,
a
it's
follower. If he says, well, I'm gonna jump in front of that bus tomorrow, you wanna follow me? Are you gonna do it?
If it's cool.
If it's cool, I don't think it's cool. But most people are followers. They're not leaders. They don't leave. They don't, like you said. They don't even know why are you existing? What are you here for?
You know, one of the things that I definitely wanted to say, why I thank God for you all having us, is, you know, in society we have to stop being destination minded. And what I mean by that is, even incarcerated, everyone's waiting until they, oh, I get out in 24 months. I wait. And then even the people that's not doing that now, you got people say, oh, I can't wait till I retire.
Right.
Because I can't wait till I get married. I can't.
Or next week I'm gonna do this.
Okay, so you
Or
understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I
The
can't
exactly.
procrastination. Or
The pearls
I
in
can't
life
stand
is
that.
not in the destination, it's in embracing the journey. The process is the progress.
That's right.
So you have to embrace each step, no matter what that is. The reason why the marriages are not as wonderful as you guys are, because they're not embracing the process that gets to the marriage. Everybody just can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to get to the marriage. Well, if you don't develop the process properly,
You better.
if you don't develop the process properly,
Right.
when you get to the marriage, it's not gonna last. If you didn't do what you were supposed to do before your retirement, in the process, when you get to the retirement, guess
What are you
what?
waiting for?
80% of people doing, oh, I gotta go back to work. I'm bored.
What are you
I
waiting
don't
for?
have no.
When I retire, I'm going to do this.
Right? Do you understand what I'm saying? You got
Why
to
are you
embrace that
waiting?
process. You got to embrace that
Yeah.
process. And for me, I didn't concern myself. I like to use the hairy worm. The hairy worm must eat the right leaves that's getting the right nutrients from the sun. So when it spits its cocoon, it can endure its metamorphosis, its transformation from the hairy worm into the butterfly. Now, the process is the most important part. Even when you're getting your driver's license, if you're not going through understanding the road signs, understanding the
Studying
maneuverability and study,
book.
the process.
That's right.
So everyone wants to bypass the process and get to the destination.
Right.
Everybody wants the trophy, nobody wants the race.
There you go.
Do you understand what I'm
I
saying?
hear you.
Everybody wants the quick money, but nobody wants to earn it.
Oh my gosh.
Sure.
It's just like these kids out here, you know, they want to play ball, they want to be the big, they want to go to the NBA, but they don't want to practice, you know, or these rappers, they want to make all this money, you know, they want to just jump from here to there, you know, but there's a process. And those rappers, some of those guys went to college.
Yes, they did.
Some of
A
them
lot
were
of them.
in show business way before we know
Some of them were
them as who
dancers.
they are right
Some of them were
now.
dancers.
The
They did
top-
commercials. We
Yes.
saw a lot of these folks in commercials. Old career. I said, you know what? They didn't become this person overnight.
Listen,
You know?
if you was to sit down and talk to some of these top rappers in society right now, extremely intelligent.
Yes.
Extremely
But they'll
intelligent.
dummy up on you out here, you know,
That's
just to get
that's
these
just
folks
a
to buy
facade.
their,
That's just
buy
an
their
image. That's
music.
just something they have to, because they have to
Yeah.
relate to their buying public.
Some of them
But-
don't know what street life is.
That's true.
That's true.
Dr. Dre was a dancer.
Ooh.
He was. I
Yeah.
seen him talking about it. Some group he was, dancing with background dancing before he became Dr. Dre.
But yeah, but I understand. Tell me something. That poem that you did, could you do it for us?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. It's pretty lengthy. It's about 6 minutes. Yeah.
Hey, get it, baby.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Charles Silk Dunn.
You want to perform the poem? You created it. You act like you was tossed into your life as some kind of spectator, when you've been the boss of your life and the dictator. All that good luck, bad luck, coincidental things. Oh, it's a fluke by chance or a humbug. No such thing. Only a sequence of events that the uninformed mind just couldn't explain. You see, we spin out of the invincible, something like how them tornadoes spin out of hurricanes, and it's almost irrefutable that we created our own pains from things that are tailor-made by our words and thoughts and things. To the universe that's connected to our subconscious, not even our speech is a fling. You see, it's on the same frequency. It's not divided, it clings. And our thoughts, words, and deeds are all electrical entities that attach themselves to similar energies, and then they form a reality cluster. We hurt ourselves when we frequently put bad energy into the universe delinquently, causing our life to lackluster. When something happens in your life, I say, well, you created it. You say, no, I didn't. I say, you must have. Because situations in your life just don't happen. You've sold it. Either by design or default, your future, you molded. When all them secrets come back, don't get mad because you told it. When them people call you about their money, don't get stressed because you owed it. You see, everything in your life, you created it either by karmic need or karmic deed. Thoughts, words, and language all shape a karmic seed. You start the world into rotation, even with the words you speak. I'm too tall, that's impossible, that'll never work. One thing is for certain, these are self-inflicted curses make you cast your own burden. So don't use the language of skepticism or pessimism. Know the difference between the spirit and the soul's mysticism. And then you'll know to never internalize negative criticism. You see, the soul merely accepts it, whatever the spirit suggested. So if your world ain't right, you created it from your mental messes, repeating all this world's ignorant cliches with mixed messages. We gotta protect the kids because it stains the brain from the adolescences. So don't complain about your so-so life, because it evolved from a self-made motor, your prototype. Our lack of spiritual knowledge is what created the misusage. Our spirit helped create this world, but not the excuses. In life, you don't get what you hope for, what you wish for, what you dream, unless you incorporate the things you do and what you believe, because success is formed when words, action, thoughts, and beliefs convene, because energy is in everything, but it's scattered, and it flows through our 7 chakras, and it picks up our own individual energy pattern, and that's how your life is fashioned. So if you the kind of like talking about people behind their back, or if you just a negative type, you better be careful, because you're shaping and sculpting and molding the details of your life. It doesn't make a difference if anyone hears you. If you whisper your negativity in the corner, the universe has eyes and ears, takes your words and thoughts, put them in the form, and send them right back to the owner. You got to cut negative people and negative thoughts loose. Don't never measure the wrong angle of a situation, but measure the right angle like the hypotenuse. You see, Egypt has the world's clues. Your birth is your cue to come into this world. Like Ray Charles said, make it do what it do. If you don't think you created your own life, that's not even an iota of truth. Our prayers and meditations and discipline and dedications is essential to maximize your human potential and get away from mediocre use. And how well do you manage your food that creates the excess weight and diseases that contribute to your moods? You better be careful today, because right now you painting a world that tomorrow you're going to walk into. You see, the world was a blank canvas with the Rembrandts and the Van Goghs, the Leonardo da Vinci's and the Picassos. Our thoughts, words, and deeds is the paintbrush we dipped into the paint of the cosmos. We even created music with the 7 to 12 musical notes. The rhythm attracts or repels the spirits that our life invoke, because bad energy will find a life to possess you like a virus finds a host. You see, life doesn't just fail, it's provoked. So you created it, your sovereignty or your poverty, but everyone wants riches and they lack generosity, and true wealth comes from treating people properly. Which reminds me, we have created entirely too many human collisions and divisions from passed down superstitions and religions that it has become despicable how our views are so one-dimensional. When we reach these religious pinnacles that are not pivotal, they become pitiful, because we forget about human beings and start praising customs and rituals instead of being spiritual. Don't get me wrong though, it's okay to pray in the name of the baby that was born in the manger. But even he said faith without works is dead, so you your own savior. We are the miracles, face it. He made us with 36,000 genes with 3.2 billion chemical bases. And you still run around here blaming your failures and other races. Try blaming your failures and all them aimless conversations and not taking in the proper information, and too caught up with all that physical sensations. And behind every dollar you make and every outfit you buy, you know what it's for, to attract a mate for sexual gratification. We missed it. We have to fix it. We too disconnected from our spirit. When our inner voice inside us try to guide us and teach us, we so detached and confused that you can't even hear it. All the destruction, chaos, and conflicts in the world, and yet and still, it all evolved from our free will. So don't blame others for your life as your creation. Have the courage to go beyond book sense and your frustrations. And just maybe you'll understand why Einstein said he would trade in his whole world intelligence for imagination. Because his whole world is nothing but the physical manifestations of all of our imaginations. So if you don't like your life, just change it, because you created it.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you.
That's just one of
That
many.
is powerful.
oh my! I have no words right now.
Got me tearing.
Uh,
Oh, wow.
you guys are a blessing. Every word hit me.
I know. I'm kind of speechless.
Every word. I hung on to every word you said, and I felt everything, the pain and everything in those words.
Thank you.
I saw my life going through what you were saying. But I wound up here
Yes, sir.
with her.
Yes, sir. Beautiful place to be.
You see,
Yes, sir.
as I said before, this show would not have happened if the universe didn't bring me and her together.
Amen to
Okay,
that.
Here we go.
Amen
we
to
go.
that.
We both have a part in this entity right here.
That's right.
I could not do this without her.
Without a doubt.
She could not do this without me.
That's right.
And I knew that when I wanted to do something like this, I knew just who I was going to do it with. Didn't give it a second thought
That's right.
because I knew it was right. So here we are, sitting here doing what we like to do. And we're changing the world.
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
With one
bro.
person at a time. We are changing the world.
That's
Say
wonderful.
whatever we can do to help, right? We say this show is a platform that you can stand on. You, and you. That's what it's for.
I know this
Is your is this poem? I know it's probably one of many, but this poem is it published? And if it's not, it needs to be.
Yes, sir. It is. The viewers out there can actually go to youcreated.com
Okay.
and see a very professional video of the poem. We have a website, youcreated.com, where we sell all the shirts, got different colors and.
Okay, yeah, that was going to be my next question.
yes, ma'am.
How will everybody get one of these shirts?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
can't have mine.
And you can't have mine. See,
Yes.
see.
You can go to youcreated.com. We have hoodies. I mean, everything from yellow to Tahiti blue. We got hoodies. We got T-shirts. There's 3 videos on the website with Chapel Hill Middle School. By the way, Chapel Hill Middle School is actually Go Chapel Hill. The 6th, 7th, and 8th graders are actually selling the shirts as a fundraiser.
Wow.
Chapel Hill Middle School here. So
Nice.
shout out to the principal, Miss McGee, for allowing that
McGee,
to
yeah.
So you
ha-
need some
happen.
more of those, don't you?
I'm
Oh,
I'm wearing mine
definitely.
tomorrow.
So
Yeah.
we should try to reach out to some other schools.
Yes, yes. I was definitely told that if other schools knew what was going on, that they would definitely want to be a part of it. What I would like to do with the other schools, I did it with Chapel Hill, is an essay writing contest. So let me tell you about how that actually, and I got that from Mr. Andre Dupree. He's my executive assistant.
Dre.
Dre. He was a principal, retired school principal. So what we did was put together, now get ready for this, an essay writing contest for the kids. Now let me tell you what that did.
Wow.
We gave $100 to the first place winner, $50 second place, $25 third place.
Nice.
But what it did for the children, the essay writing contest was what you created means to you.
Nice.
So now you have this child thinking about ownership and responsibility. So now when their friends say, "What are you doing?" They say, "I'm trying to win that $100."
What do you
So
think about it?
right, so it became contagious. So now you know how children are with that blunt honesty. So as soon as somebody would complain about something, the children would be like, "You created
They
it."
jumped on it.
Yeah. So it was so funny because the principal, Miss McGee, she called me and she was like, "Charles, that you created a movement has literally changed the climate of my middle school." Because all of the children are wearing the wristbands. I passed out all
You
of
have wristbands too?
yes. All of the children are wearing the You Created It wristbands. The 8th graders are in the video. So if anybody goes on YouTube and they go to youcreated.com, I actually have a commercial with Chapel Hill in it. So we filmed it in the school. So so it's a pretty big movement, but nothing like I know it's going to be from coming on you guys' show. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
you have to keep it going.
oh
Keep it
yes,
going.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Can you get college kids involved in this?
That's what the next step. You know,
Yeah.
through the grace of God, I actually got totally out the halfway house November 1st. So I haven't even been out of prison a year yet. So I have been speaking at a lot of places. I got 2 clothing lines out. I got the You Created It. Then I have the Charles Dunn collection. I wanted something that meant something. that when people saw it, that it immediately can send you into a process of thinking about something. So that's why I wanted the you created it, so that we can just stop blaming, because everybody can do better. The police department can do better, the sergeant, the lieutenant, the school teachers, the community, the parents. So as long as we keep talking about you, no one's gonna own it. Somebody has got to elevate and say, well, since nobody wants to take weight for it, it's my fault. I'm going to start doing better. We have to elevate to another level of accountability and responsibility, because what it is, the reason why no one's having any answers, because everyone's pointing fingers.
Right.
So as long as we keep pointing fingers at everyone else, no one's going to say, okay, you can go in and point your finger at me. So we have to elevate to higher levels of accountability, higher levels of responsibility. And that's why that I say, in even dealing with some of the law enforcement, I say sergeants and lieutenants, you know aggressive behaviors. You see these things in your precinct before they walk out the door.
Exactly.
So we're not gonna have the plausible deniability and say
Right.
you didn't know
know.
what this was capable of.
Right.
Let's all be real with each other. Let's have realistic conversations of higher levels of accountability and responsibility. So what you created it is saying is that we realize that we're the thinkers that create the thoughts that creates the things. We're no longer saying it's everybody else's fault. So the sad thing is, since the adults don't want to assume the weight, I started with the kids.
Children. There you go. And a child shall lead them. I know you've been holding, Norrie, you've been holding this paper
Wow.
for a while. Tell us what's in this article.
Well, this is an article on Mr. Dunn and the Alabama Gazette. Headline: Charles Dunn, is he America's Mandela?
Oh, wow. Now a recognized motivator.
Yes.
I broke down crying when I did that interview about 3 years ago, and they didn't tell me. Alabama Gazette contacted me in prison and said, "Hey, we want to do an interview on me." And there was a few publications that they said they had been doing a lot of research on me, but they never told me what the title of the article was going. So Charles Dunn, is he America's Mandela? And then Mandela died 2 weeks.
After this?
Right.
Oh, wow.
So, just to be put in the same sentence. And I had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Ham. He's 81 years old. He worked in the CIA for 15 years. And in his personal opinion, he said, young man, I believe that you're in line to be one of the greats. He said, I was with Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I've been in the movements. I've watched what you've done to help so many men behind the walls, and how you've worked feverishly to uplift fallen humanity. And then to watch you come out of prison and do it. It's like, wow, this guy is in the spirit of those. And I just broke down crying. I mean, you know how God in the scripture tell you how God can turn a tragedy into a triumph.
Oh, yeah.
So the same thing that was used to criticize me or condemn me when I went to prison, now they're putting me in the sentence and calling me America's Mandela. I was like, man, I cried like a baby in jail, because that was like so humbling, for him to say
Tell
that.
me something. Do you have a publicist?
No, I do not.
Okay, I'm gonna Anthony, Dondi Burrows. We had Dondi Burrows on our show some weeks ago, and his publicist has him doing speaking engagements all around the world. As a
All
matter of
over the
fact,
world.
he may be in Dubai right now,
Okay.
Right.
or he's on his way to Dubai. I'm going to get in touch with her and see if she can kind of get you on one of those schedules, one of those speaking engagement schedules. Wouldn't that be something?
No, that would be awesome. Thank you. I would just appreciate the contact. I've had a few people. Somebody contacted me from the Great Black Speakers Association in New York, wanted me to fly out to New York. But when you talk about a publicist, you talking about somebody to have direct interest in your career. So what you're talking about, if that can happen, is greatly appreciated. But I appreciate the thought of you just wanting to do it. So that's a blessing.
Well, I got another thought. And you know, Jazz can tell you when I think of something and I believe in something, when the spirit hits me, it has to be right. And something just hit me like a ton of bricks. And I want to share that with you right now. Your story needs to be documented in a documentary. Your story needs to be told.
And you haven't done that yet either, have you?
No, ma'am.
You
I
have
haven't.
not been documented. I know you
No.
haven't.
And we have the we
And we've got the
We're gonna
right
get that
people.
done.
That we're going to contact some people.
Yeah.
Your story, I mean, because this is an amazing journey that you are on right now.
And
You
see,
didn't-
I
you
like
didn't
what,
know
I like
it.
what you just said. You said journey that you're on. You
That's
didn't
right.
say you didn't say journey that you had.
that you're on.
but you're on.
The journey is not over yet.
Right.
No, sir.
So you got to understand
I like
this.
that.
You got to understand this because we're part of that. We are a part of that journey.
Without a doubt.
Exactly.
Without a doubt.
We
Without a doubt.
are a part of that journey.
Absolutely.
It hit my spirit. When something hits me, that's God is talking to me, and God is saying, Anthony, they need to tell their story to the world, because once, just like you're trying to get a network of barbers together, that's nothing compared to what I'm thinking, what the Lord's got for you.
Yes, sir.
Your journey is just beginning.
Without a
Your
doubt.
story needs to be told. It needs to be documented. You need a documentary behind you, because I see a film coming out of this.
Ooh.
Are you
I do
seeing, you
too.
seeing a vision?
I see a
that-
film.
that
I see
I do
a
too.
film,
already.
and I'm telling you,
said
I
that.
see it
I've
like I see
already
it.
told
It's so
you about
it's
it.
hitting me like it's scary. It actually, my heart is racing because I feel the spirit in me. And when I say something to Jasmine that I believe in something, when I believe it, it must be true. Otherwise, I wouldn't come to her and say, I've got something. When I told her about this, I said, I got something for you. And I believe it. And I can't do it without no one else. I need to do it with you, and I know it'll work.
That's right.
So here we are sitting, living our dreams right now.
Yes, sir.
You guys right now are needing this story to be told to the world. Everybody's going to see you. And we're going to make sure that happens.
Wow. Thank you.
There are some phone calls that will be made.
Thank you.
And we're going to tell the right people to talk with you guys, because your story needs to be told, not to just the community, to the world,
Thank you.
And
in
that's for
film
sure.
or on television. But it's going to happen on one of those mediums.
Thank you.
And what about books? Have you written?
You know, it is. Listen, when I tell you something, hey, Jasmine, listen, let me tell you something.
So Jasmine,
When I tell you that God has me ready, I have written 3 books
There you go.
and won't put any of them out yet. You want to know why? Because sometimes we're in such a rush to deliver the product until the demand for the product needs to be there first. So for me, I said, you know what? I wrote 3 books. One is called Nothing to Waste in the Wasteland, Fresh Out the Dumps. We have started to look at prison as the land of the undesirables, as the wasteland of America. However, that couldn't be sad from the truth. Some of our most brilliant minds have had to come through prison. Not just your Malcolm X's or your Sojourner Truths. You know, the list goes on and on and on. And in a place like that, you have a chance to reconnect to who you are, whose you are, and what you should be doing. Now, I'm not saying everybody takes that opportunity,
Right.
but that's why the name of the book, the title of the book, is called Nothing to Waste in the Wasteland. Not your time, not your energy, not your relationship. It's nothing to waste, not even in the wasteland, because God doesn't make junk. God doesn't make excess. It's only our inability to properly place these energies. But it's not waste. So, fresh out the dumps is that place that we often find ourselves in, that sad place. Oh, I'm down in the dumps. You heard that term growing up. So that nothing to waste in the wasteland, fresh out the
You're
dumps.
creating it.
Exactly. So that's one of the books. Second book, which is called, as my nickname from the street is Silk. So it's called the Silk Initiative Leadership Manual. It's a step-by-step process on leadership. And the S, the acronym, it stands for being a servant. Stop trying to be a dictator when you come into any environment. Try to figure out how you can serve your community first. See how you can serve your department first. Because then people know, once they know that you in the mud with them, then they'll be more apt to help you accomplish your goals.
That's right.
So the S is for servant. The I is for inspire. No one would do anything great without being motivated to do so first. Julius Caesar said that. So you have to keep people inspired and motivated. You just can't think because you're paying somebody a paycheck that they're going to come in, and they will never produce what they can produce for you until they do it with a spirit of enthusiasm. So you have to keep people inspired. So servant, inspire, and the L is for the link, what we're doing now. In-house networking, linking people together. You can't be successful without linking. You can't do everything by yourself. God helps people through people. So as you become genuine and spirits of integrity and just understanding that no person is insignificant. Everybody has an important position that can be played. So that is what the link. And then the last one, the K, is the know. No one wants to follow someone that doesn't know what they're doing.
That's right.
And no one knows everything.
Right.
So don't be too arrogant to go and say, hey, how can I be a better supervisor? How can I make this place better for you? So that's the Silk Initiative Leadership. And the name of the book is called Would You Follow You?
Ooh.
Title.
Would you follow you?
Would you follow you?
That's a question. Ask yourself that. Would you follow yourself somewhere? It sounds funny, but when you really think about it,
it
Makes you take an introspection.
yeah.
it's a question that needs to be asked.
And then the final book is called I Will Not Be Denied. That's the process from growing up, being criticized and ridiculed for being dark, having speech impediment, being called Big Head Chucky, all the way up until the ugly duckling turned into the swan. So it's called I Will Not Be Denied.
No, you
So I have written 3 books,
So
and
these
I've
books are
put
just
none of them
waiting.
out. Yes, I'm evidently I'm
He's-
waiting for you
It's-
guys.
No, what's happening?
Evidently.
What's happening is that what's happening is everything that's happening is happening in stages, in steps. You're on like I said, you're on a journey. You have to come here.
Yes, sir.
Your books they will come out when it's time for it to come out.
Woo.
But there's other things that needs to be done first. You mentioned
what
the
I'm
word
saying.
preparation.
Yes, sir.
So this is part of the preparation.
the process.
The Spirit hit me and said, you need to be seen and heard more.
Wow.
Your books will come out at the right time
Without a doubt.
when you have the trust of the people,
That's it. Not before.
okay? Then you'll introduce your books to them.
That's right.
The reason why God set you down where you were
Right.
is to set you up.
Oh, that's it.
He sat you down where you were for all them years.
Yes,
and a
he
lot of
did.
people will take those years and just waste it.
Yeah, dude, you ain't got to
And
tell
do
me. I've watched
nothing.
them. I've watched them waste them.
He chose you.
Absolutely.
And
He chose
you
you.
make a choice.
You made that choice to say, I'm going to do something about it. So you took
Without a
ownership.
doubt. Without
You took ownership. Thank you.
you,
You took ownership. And you probably didn't understand, what am I doing here? But then it hit you one day. It's hard to understand, why am I down and out in the gutter?
Why did it have to happen to me? Why did I lose my job? I tell her, I said, you know what? Get up and get to stepping. Get up and get to stepping. He set you there. We don't care about what you did.
That's right.
He needed you there.
Without
so
a
you
doubt.
think about what you need to do
And start doing it.
and start doing it. Get to stepping. And you got to stepping. But you got a lot more stepping to do. You're
Without
not
a
done
doubt.
yet.
Without a doubt.
You're on a journey.
Without a doubt.
You know, and
You were
with,
on a journey.
also I was reading, you do some relationship counseling too.
Do I? That's
See,
that's
we got
that's
so
my
much-
thing.
We have so much to talk about.
That's my thing.
We gotta
Wow,
have we gotta
YouTube. All you gotta do
we
is go
gotta
on
we gotta
YouTube.
get you
Charles
back.
Silk Dunn.
We gotta do another show.
I said we do a lot of, we answer a lot of relationship
Lot of
questions
relationship
on
questions.
here. And
Yeah.
That's
We can use
that's
it.
my claim to
I
fame.
can
use
have some
it.
questions for you.
You can
so,
go on YouTube.
so you got
Hey,
you
we
both
can forward
gotta
them
come
questions.
back.
But you do your best.
I know,
with
right? Let them answer.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
do.
forward some questions to you, and you forward it back to us, and we'll answer it.
You know, you want to know what it's so. If I can interject this, came up with something called reaps. You know how you reap what you sow.
Read what yourself.
And on YouTube, if people go to Charles Silk Dunn, they will see my reaps episodes. I have the R standing for who raised the person, and where I come from, which is something else that I would like to be able to sit down with some of these police commissioners to help them have a. Sometimes God brings some of the most divine messages through the most unsuspecting
That's right.
people and places. If people
Yep.
will listen,
Yep.
there's something called emotional identity. And what I tell people is when you're embarking upon a relationship, you're not getting into a relationship just with that person. You're getting in a relationship with her ex-boyfriends, with if she didn't have a father in her household.
Everything that she was attached to.
Yeah, everything. Because we are the sum of the equation. So you can, how are you going to put yourself in a sum without dissecting the equation? So you're trying to get in a relationship with someone and you haven't even dissected the
Don't know
equation.
nothing about the
Who
person.
raised
Don't-
him or her? Is he raised by his mother? Is
You
he
know
raised by his grandmother? How did he? Is there any
Exactly.
sisters in the house? Are there any brothers? There's a process to understanding the person.
Charles,
that you're
I
dating.
have known people that was talking to somebody and said, "What's his last name?" They don't even know what the man's last name is.
I bet you know if he fine or if he got a nice body or something.
Oh,
You understand
yeah.
He's been going out with him for a few weeks now. I don't even know his last name.
that? Yeah.
Are you serious?
Wow.
But
Definitely.
yeah.
Well, you
that's-
know what? You got your doctorate degree where you were. You came in with an associate degree. Okay?
Preach. Yes,
You
sir.
worked, and you got your what's the next one?
Bachelor.
The bachelor's.
Your bachelor's degree. Okay, that's when you started,
That's right.
you know, letting yourself be heard,
That's right.
and then you shared it.
That's right.
Then you went on and got your doctor's degree.
That's right. To God be the glory. Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
that's what you that's what I feel. You've got your doctor's degree. I've never heard anybody speak as intelligently as you.
Man, wow. Thank you. I have to, man, you better have me start tearing up and start crying. So let me share this with you real quick.
It's all in the spirit, baby.
I have to thank God for that. One day I was being challenged while I was incarcerated. It's amazing when he said that. I have to share this with your viewers. There was a lady that had a doctor, and she was teaching a drug treatment program, and I was teaching some of the anger management courses. And she pulls me up and she says, "Mr. Dunn, what makes you qualified
There you go.
to?" Yeah. So wait a minute now.
See?
What makes you qualified to teach a class? I said, well, Doc, I said, if you're going off of certifications, being certified, maybe I'm not. I said, but if you're really trying to help the people, how many clients you think that you've sat in front of and learned from in the course of a week? So she said, oh, maybe about 6 or 7. I said, I deal with hundreds a week, and I'm not just dictating, I'm learning from their experiences, from their mothers, their daughters, their grandmothers, and I'm sharing my knowledge, and I'm constantly exchanging information. So allow me to be bold and give all praises due to God to explain to you, you don't have as many teachers as I do. So never could you have as much information as I have.
There you go. There you go.
Nice.
She
I
didn't have
got it.
anything to say.
What can she say?
Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. I said, if you give me the material, you pick the audience. I don't care who. You pick the audience. And if you're really about helping the people, you pick the audience and you deliver your material. Just give it to me about an hour before I'm about to go.
You
in.
be ready.
And I promise you that God, sometimes guys let people know that you can go to all your colleges, you can get all of your degrees, but when he anoint and appoint someone to do something, that you can't get in God's business.
Well, that's
There
what I
you
said.
go.
You know,
Exactly.
he chose you. He put you in that situation. He wanted you to be there. You didn't understand why.
No, I didn't.
But we're going to take that and, you know, we're going to leave that right there. But we are going to get you guys back. I know we say that a lot to our guests, but you guys really got to come back.
Thank you.
And we're going to put the feelers out there. We're going to call some people.
Yes.
Thank
And once again, before we go, tell us how we can get the shirts. Well, who wants to? Well, you tell us how we can get the shirts, and then you tell us about how we can get in touch with you and help with your organization.
Okay, well, the shirts, you can go to youcreatedit.com. On that website, you will see me performing the You Created It spoken word poem. You will also see You Created It, the movement. I give a lecture about what the movement is all about. And you'll see the commercial with the kids from Chapel Hill Middle School and the models. Also, you can follow me on Charles F. Dunn on Instagram, and You Created It Facebook page, and Twitter on Charles F. Dunn. So that's about it.
Okay. And Norrie?
You can reach me at eachhandhelps at gmail.com. Just leave an email, and I'll definitely respond. Okay, for all you barbers and beauticians out there, let me hear from you.
Yes.
Holla at us.
Well,
Holla at us,
everybody,
holler at them, please.
we had a great time here with these guys.
Oh,
We will have them back, but for right now, this has been another segment of At Home with AJ, where vision
and reality.
come
Come
together.
together.
Say
Good
good
night,
night,
y'all.
everybody.
See you
Good
soon.
night.
Thank you. Good
night.
night. Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice.